I'm so happy to be here celebrating this Eucharist with my brother priests from the diocese and another diocese of United States, deacons and seminarians from the Archdiocese of Atlanta and another diocese who are here. And especially be so happy because you are here. You are here celebrating the Eucharist, the mystery of Christ, the love of Jesus. This morning when I was coming into this place, the Gwinnett Arena, I saw a big line of cars coming in and say, oh God, this is great. How many people are coming to this event? But I was in the wrong entrance. And you know who are in the other side. You have witnesses. But you know something that really make me think a lot is how friendly they are. All of them, they were smiling, welcome, welcome. But when they saw this thing here, they changed their face. You know, that is something that we Catholics, we are hard to be friendly. It's difficult for us in our own parishes. Sometimes make the people feel welcome. We don't share very often the joy of our faith when someone new is coming to our churches and our activities. How difficult sometimes is for us to be in a new group. When someone is coming to your group, what is the first thing that we do or you do? Looking around and say, who is that guy there? What is he doing here? And instead to welcome, hey, how you doing? Welcome. We say, who is that guy? We miss something, the joy of sharing our faith. We are afraid to share the joy of our faith. And the readings today are so beautiful. How many of you who are here this morning celebrating the Eucharist, you came here willingly? You were looking to come here. Don't lie to me, okay? How many of you came, not so much, but because mom said or your friend were coming, you came here? How many of you came by force? I remember when I was your age, in my hometown in Colombia, in South America, not Colombia, South Carolina, but South America, in my hometown, a priest from Spain came to have an event like this. It was a retreat. It was more like a retreat. And this priest stayed at home. And I hate that priest. I didn't like him. You know, he put me to work. You know, I like his assistant. I say, who is this priest who comes to this house? And whatever I did, he said, that is wrong, change that. I say, I'm helping you. Why you try to change everything? And preparing that retreat, 3 days before the retreat, my mom said to me, you must go there. I say, me? With that crazy priest? You're lucky. No. And my mom said to me, it's not an option. You need to go. And I say, okay, Mom. But what I had in mind was this. I called a friend of mine and said, you know, you need to help me. My mom sent me to a retreat with a crazy priest. I don't want to be there. Why you don't come to me? We can go together and we can have a great time. You bring with you aguardiente, like a tequila, and I will bring the nachos and all of that kind of stuff, and we can have a great time. And he said, yes, okay. I say, okay. And I say, Mom, I'm going. And my mom said, what happened with you? You were saying no, now you're smiling and you are willing to go. I say, I'm going. I will please you, Mom. But what happened that the day we need to leave my hometown to the place where the retreat will take place, my friend called me and said, I'm not coming. What happened with the aguardiente, the tequila? And I say to my mom, I'm not going. I'm staying here. I'm not going. I don't know how my mom, I don't understand. I'm still wondering today how she was able to put me in that bus. When I realized I was sitting in the bus. And when I was in the bus, I say, okay, this bus needs to stop 1 hour from here because it's a place where everybody stop there and eat something. And I will step down from the bus and I come back home. Okay, I will escape. Good. The bus never stopped there. And when when you have a retreat or something like that, you have a presentation before everything starts. You say your name, where you're coming, and everybody is so nice. I'm coming here because I like to know the Lord, and I like to serve you, and I like to help you. All these beautiful speeches. Everybody present themselves in that evening, and I was in the corner of that place, in a dark place where nobody can see me. But when everybody present themselves, introduce themselves, the priest, he knew that I was there, and he said, before we continue, we know that someone is here, and he needs to introduce himself. Could you please, the one who's in the corner, introduce him? I said, God, this priest, go. I hate that priest. And I stand up. I say, my name is Luis Rafael Zarma. I came here because my mom sent me here. Boom, I sit down. That's it. How, what's tough is difficult. The next day, I sleep all day long. I wake up only for dinner because I was hungry. I'm staying in bed. I stayed in the room. I didn't like to share anything. I was so close. I was so afraid to go out. I was so afraid to be with the people. I was so afraid of everything. I was tied in my own tent, in my own heart. I was afraid to go out. I was afraid to go out. Until this priest came and knocked on the door of my room at midnight. And say, Luis, I like to talk with you. I say, I don't like to talk with you. And he say, what is going on? You don't care. I don't care. It's my own business. Go and sleep. I'm fine here. He say, you are not fine. Why you are so upset? What is going on? I say, it's not your business. And he persist and insist, and he was there for 1 hour. 1 hour. I push him out. I say, go home, close, go, disappear, whatever, but don't be in front of me. I was looking to have this magic thing to touch the priest and gone. But after an hour of this awful conversation, fighting conversation with that priest, I broke at that moment. And for the first time in many years, I was able to be like Mary, kneeling, sitting at the feet of Jesus and make a confession. How difficult it is for us to assume the attitude of Mary in the reading today. To be able to sit down on the feet of Jesus and be able to listen. To be able to be loved. To be loved. To be able to feel that we are important and the mercy of God is there for us. And that is the power who transforms us. You have been here for how many days? 3? 2? 3. 2.5 or whatever. And how difficult was for you to be able to make silence? How difficult was for you to turn off your cellular phones? How difficult was to do that? And be able to see the face of Jesus, not through your cellular phone, not through texting, but to be able to see the face of Jesus when he came here in the Blessed Sacrament. And that powerful moment when you've been here with this big, beautiful group, you felt that you was loved at that moment, especially. And how special you feel when Jesus was here in the Blessed Sacrament. How great was when you were able to go to confession and make a confession and take all the illness of your heart and tell all that old trash away, clean your heart. And after that, Jesus, through the priest, said to you, your sins are forgiven, go in peace. That is the way that we need to have to experience the presence of Jesus. And after that, when you start to looking around and sharing what is going on with your friends, not through texting, but confront the face of someone else there and see that the other person smile, that the other person talk to you, that is alive. And that is what makes the difference. Yes, it's good to have cellular phones. It's important sometimes to text. But how we can find Jesus is when we see him in the face of your neighbor. We become like Martha, so busy that we don't have time to share. Sometimes we are at home. And what happens when we are home? Everybody's texting. And we don't have time to talk, to listen. We don't have time to feel that I am important for someone else because I don't care. What is important is this, the cellular phone here, texting. This is what is important. No. You are feeling important today because you stop, you slow down, and you make time to be with someone who loves you. And that one who loves you make you smile, make you happy, give joy to your heart. We need to follow that beautiful example of Mary. We need to learn to listen first, like Mary. And after that, yes, we will be ready to serve. We don't need to feel, we need to be fearless. We don't have to be afraid to let Jesus to love us. We're afraid to turn the cellular phones off. Why? Why I need to do that? Why I need to turn my cellular phone? I need to be in touch. You need to open your hearts to Jesus. Why? Why we are so afraid to make silence to know that someone loves us? Turn off your cellular phones and learn to turn on your heart. In the way that you are texting with your friends, you need to text and learn to text with Jesus from your heart. That is the communication. You have few words to say to your friends, special words that nobody understands, only you and your friend. I don't know, looks like Chinese, when you are sending text. You put one word and signals and all of that kind of stuff, and the other person who get your text smile, and you look and say, what is there? Look at that, how you are able to communicate, to create ways to speak with your friends. Take that challenge with you and learn to do that with Jesus. Text with him. Learn to speak with him. And learn to listen to him. And after that, you will be ready like Abraham to go out of your tent, of the comfort of your own heart, of your own life. Go and serve, giving the best. And what is the best that you can do? Is give your heart. Let the people know you. And be yourselves. Letting Jesus work through you. And that is when we will find joy in living our faith. We will welcome the people like our friends, our neighbors on the other side. Come on. When we have Jesus and they see in our face, we don't need to preach. The joy of what we are doing, what we are living, is the way of the new evangelization that the Pope is talking about. How we can call more people like you, young people, teenagers like you, to come and share this beautiful good news when they see our face. When you smile and they can see your eyes. And you're not afraid that the people see your heart through your eyes. And they will see what is going on with you. And what is the answer to them? Come and see. Come and see. And we celebrate the mystery of Christ's love because we had that experience, being like Mary, making time. And don't be afraid to let Jesus to love you. And before you make any decisions in your life, any decision, listen to him. And after you listen to him, you know what will be the best for you. Because we make decisions, wrong decisions, and what we say after that, why, Lord? Why is going on that with me? Well, we need to ask ourselves, did you ask and we ask him first? No. And when we are in trouble, we say, why? We continue this beautiful celebration, and you are almost ready to go out, to open this tent of this beautiful place. And the people are waiting for you in your own parishes, in your own cities. Waiting for what? For your love and your heart. Not for a speech. Don't prepare any speech to give to them. Only prepare your heart to be able to love them. And that is the way that you will show that you are not afraid to speak about love. And the one who is love, that is Jesus Christ. The experience that you have here in this beautiful, beautiful event. Be holy. And the person who is holy is always joyful. That is being holy. Being a joyful heart. And don't be afraid to be yourselves. Let Jesus to embrace you. And I will ask you a big favor. That will be okay if I ask you a favor before you fell to sleep? Because you are tired. Could you help me to celebrate this Eucharist? You see? You see? How you can help me to celebrate? I preside the Eucharist. They are priests who help me to preside the Eucharist, but all of us, we take a part of the Eucharist. It's not looking someone who is there at the altar and say, oh, he's celebrating. And what are you doing there? You are celebrating with the priest the mystery of love. But to be able to celebrate that mystery of love, all of us, we need to celebrate. How? Open your heart. Don't look at your friends, what they are looking and thinking. Because sometimes we're afraid to be ourselves because, oh, my friend is here. I don't like for him to see that I'm singing. No. Focus on Jesus. Don't be afraid to let him to see yourself. Don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to praise. Don't be afraid to be like Mary, sitting at the feet of Jesus in the Eucharist. Don't be afraid to be with him, the one who loves you and wish the best and is helping you to open the selfishness of your heart to create a new, wonderful, and generous heart to serve and to proclaim the good news. Don't be afraid. John Paul II always say, and help me with your joy. Then in that way we can experience again in this beautiful Eucharist the presence, the love, and the life of Jesus.